Welcome back, everybody, to the Gridiron Talk. It's your host, Nick, here with Redo James. Redo, how you doing, man?
Man, I am doing good, man. Hey, it's an honor to be on your show, man.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we're obviously starting out at the last game of Week 10. We got the Dolphins and the Rams. To be honest, kind of disappointed in the offensive turnout in this game. Expecting to see some explosive offenses. However, defense is the one that really came through in today's win. I think, just in the first half, we saw a fumble by both quarterbacks and Kyron Williams for the Rams. And on top of that, we've got one interception by each quarterback just in the first half.
No, you said you was right on the money, man. You can't win a game when you have Matthew Stafford. You know, he threw for no touchdowns, and like you said, Kyron Williams had a fumble, and Matthew Stafford had a interception. I mean, how can you win the game? Where's the offense coming from?
Right. Nakua, I think he played well. I think he had some catches. I think they probably got his usual output from him. Kyron Williams, I don't think he quite got up there. I think he finished somewhere around like 65, 63 yards. Not a lot of production from him. Um, but I mean, second half, the Dolphins just absolutely shut down the Rams.
They was pretty ass. They was man, they just couldn't
Let
do
them have it.
nothing. I'm just sitting in here looking at the stats. I mean, looking at the Rams. Okay, Matthew Stafford didn't have a horrible day. He was 32 for 46. He just didn't throw no damn touchdowns. He got he got sacked 4 times in a game. You got Kyron Williams, 15 carries for 62 yards. He averaged 4 yards a carry. That's not too bad. The
No, not at
wide
all.
receiver production, it was pretty good as well. I mean, like you said, Nakua, 9 receptions, 98 yards. Cup had 7 receptions, 80 yards. And everybody else had a decent amount of yards. They couldn't finish drives. You gotta, and you can't turn the ball over expecting that you're gonna win. And I'm not gonna lie, man, Tua looked good to me. I mean, I'm not gonna take a lot of. I mean, you should give a lot of the credit to the Dolphins because I mean, Tua 20 for 28, 207 yards, 1 touchdown. He did throw a pick, but man, they were just a couple weeks ago. I seen all over the news. They wanted Tua to retire. He said, "No, we're not going to do all that, man. I'm about to throw deep bombs, cannon bombs on you." And
Yep, you're totally right. Tua has, for somebody that has been injured as many times as he has and has been taken away, off the field and had to sit out and wait. What's he been out 3 times now just for the concussions? I mean, he's said it over and over, and his overall outlook seems to be consistent in the fact that he continues to want to play football. Um,
man, and they told him, "Oh, wear a Guardian cap." Man, he said, "Hell with the Guardian cap, man. I'm going here out here butt
that's
naked."
right.
Throwing dots, man. And here's the thing, like with that dub, like you would think, Tyreek Hill was going to just have a monster day. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me go to my brother's stats, but I'm pretty sure he only had about like 13 yards. He had 3 receptions for 16 yards. Tyreek Hill, one of the best wide receivers in the game, but he had a touchdown. That's the difference in the game. Because it looks like nobody else scored. Okay, they had Malik Washington that scored another touchdown.
But if you think about it, apart from who really contributed, that Malik Washington touchdown came from the very first drive of the game, which was very pretty for the Dolphins. I mean, they marched right down the field in an away setting, first drive, and they scored a touchdown. There's an explosive play with Jaden Waddle. I think it was a I want to say it was a 36 yard. Actually, I see it now. It was a 36-yard uh, reception. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Everything you're saying kind of hits it right on the money. And like I said, that Malik Washington didn't really seem to be like a factor. after the first drive.
Not gonna take nothing away from the Dolphins. They look good with Tua, and if they want to get back into the playoff race, they are definitely gonna have to win games like this. I mean, their defense was cutthroat.
Yeah, I don't know how much is left there for the playoffs, but I guess you're
I
right. I guess
think
we'll just have to
Tua
wait and
gives
see.
them a chance to put some games together because a couple weeks ago they played the Bills and the Dolphins almost beat the Bills.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah. Because the Bills kicker hit like a 60-yarder to win the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. Yeah. It was. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to make the playoff, but I wouldn't be surprised if they make something shake. I mean, they're in there with New England. The Bills.
Right. When you have somebody with a mindset like Tua that does want to continue to play, I'm sure that provides a good mindset for the rest of the team as well. With as many setbacks as he's had, for them to see him continue to go through things, it probably helps keep their resistance up as well. But Dolphins do win in 4 quarters, 23-15. Rams. Coming up is Week 11 preview of the Commanders and Eagles. We're going to be talking about Thursday night football. We have got a very exciting game to talk about. We've got Commanders and Eagles. Dom, tell me a little bit of your thoughts about that one.
Oh man, where do I even start? Man, that's gonna be a hell of a game, man. You got two of one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, a rookie, Mr. Daniels. He's been balling. One thing they gotta stop doing on TV, man, is comparing that brother to Lamar Jackson. Put some damn respect on Lamar. But I'm not even gonna go that route.
You're right. Lamar's been proven and tested season after season. Who is this kid?
Yeah, exactly. But hey, don't get me wrong, man. Daniels, he goes in. He's a franchise quarterback. Hopefully, he stays healthy enough. But I don't see nothing wrong with him, man. They got weapons on.
Yeah.
They got Terry McLaurin. That's pretty good, man.
Scary
Even
Terry.
Austin. Yep, scary Terry, and they got my man over there, Austin Eckler. Man,
Yeah.
he's a baller. He's a
Yeah.
baller, little dude over there. But man, that it's gonna be a good test for them, man. I mean, they're both in the same division, so
Right.
this is gonna be a good rivalry game.
So, man, just go ahead and rip off the band aid. Give me the hot take. Who's winning this football game on Thursday?
Man, I'm gonna let you know right now, Nick. I think the Philadelphia Eagles is gonna take this one home. They have been hot. Um, they played the Cowboys last week. Well, actually, a couple days ago, and they blew them out. I mean, they didn't have Dak
Out.
Prescott, but it doesn't matter. Dak wasn't saving shit.
Absolutely.
Dak is terrible. The Cowboys, Jerry Jones,
Firing
he
some
just
shots at the Cowboys.
I cannot stand the Cowboys, the Steelers. Ugh.
Ooh,
But like I said, I
man.
think it's gonna be too much. AJ Brown and Saquon and Jalen Hurts and
Yeah.
and gang over there. It's just gang over there, man. They're just gonna terrorize people over there, man. But the one thing I'm like questionable about is Philly's defense. They have to get off the field. You can't let this rookie cook you up. Pressure up front, and y'all need to stop the run. If they can do that, they'll win the game. Philly will win the game.
I agree with you. I mean, here's what I find interesting about this matchup, right? So these two teams, there's really only one weakness that I see. Um, and it's really on the Commanders' side, right? It's not on the Eagles' side. They have the third least passing yards allowed per game. I mean, that's that's no small feat to overcome if you're Jaden Daniels, a rookie, playing in your first season in the NFL. These
Yeah, I
games
mean,
they just
what
mean
history?
more as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. These are must-win situations if you want to have the best chances at having the best spot. I I don't know. Obviously Jalen Hurts has been in the league, and he's proven himself to us. I just don't know that I can trust Jaden Daniels to get the job done down the road in these kind of week 11, week 12, and beyond matchups where they really become more important. Obviously, we'll wait to find out, but you know, with the Eagles only allowing 173 yards passing in the air, this high flying Washington attack, offense is really going to struggle. I think they're going to have to rely on their run game. If you're Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, it almost feels like you have to have that one player with that it factor that can just go and get it done. And while Jaden Daniels seems to have that starlight twinkle in him, or what have you, I just don't know if I can trust him to get it done against a team that's this well organized, this well built, and a team that can damage you in so many ways like the Eagles can. I mean, it's not their passing yards, it's their rushing yards. They allow 142 yards a game. That's the fifth worst in the NFL. I mean, Saquon Barkley did not have a game last week. I think he had 66 yards, something like that. He is going to go off against this Washington defense. I mean, because that's a big
Yeah.
weakness for them to exploit, you know?
Yeah, no, no. Let me say something. I gotta just make it clear. Jalen Daniels, he could definitely win this game. Don't let me hold you up. Yeah, their defense is struggling. Shit, they ain't needed defense. They never needed a defense all the season. I mean, if you watch all their games, they're scoring outrageous amount of points. They just
Right.
lost to the Steelers last week, which I think that was kind of a flugazy. Maybe I'm just saying that because I don't like the Steelers, but don't get me wrong, Daniels, he can win this game for them. I mean, he's been balling out all season. They need a lot of things to go right. You said it. If the Commanders cannot stop the run nor the pass, I mean, in any game you're gonna lose. It doesn't matter. You could
Yeah,
be the
exactly.
worst team in the league if you can't stop the pass or the run,
Yeah,
you're not gonna win the game.
exactly. It almost feels like we're talking about Washington like they're a bad team, and they're not. They're a really good football team, really good football program that has been playing very well. When I look at everything that, the Eagles obviously have, I just don't see very many ways where Washington will be able to output enough to get past what Philadelphia is going to be able to output. I think they're both, going to be great football teams, and we're going to see that on display, whether it becomes great football for the defensive side or the offensive side. I really don't think that Washington is going to be able to overcome this Philadelphia, uh, rushing game or defense.
Really, I do think two teams out of that division is gonna go, and it's gonna be the Eagles and the Commanders.
I think it would be cool to see the Commanders there, right? Because when was the last time we talked about the Commanders or the Redskins, being great? Like maybe not great because greatness is over time, right?
They not great to
They're
me.
not great. Greatness is over time, absolutely. It's not RG3, which is what I think of when I think of the Commanders or Redskins. Great, right? I think of the RG3 team. So they're obviously building something here, but how deep is it going to go? We don't really know. And I think it'd be really cool. I think it's a great story. I think it'd be great to see him there. I think a lot of people would want to see them there. But the simple fact of the matter is, he's not proven tested in the NFL atmosphere at that level in the season yet. And specifically talking about this game, Jalen Hurts alone last week, 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. I mean, the game before that, three. Game before that, three. Guess how many the game before that?
Probably three.
Three. I mean, it's he just what can you do? It's not like, granted there's a couple, but it's not like you can say he's just playing against horrible teams. I mean, he's been doing this all year,
Nah,
right?
he ain't been playing bad teams. I mean, I'm pretty sure they played the whole AFC North. I mean, they just lost to the Steelers. Uh, we played them. We beat them by 3 points. The Ravens, Baltimore, and Cincinnati. I'm pretty sure lost to the Commanders by 3 as well. So I mean, they're totally, like you know, just getting destroyed out there. But they're winning close ball games.
Yeah, they sure
And
are. That's all we got time for on this segment, folks. We'll see you in just a second. Thanks for staying tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Gridiron Talk Show. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here we are with Dom. Possibly, we have arrived at my favorite part of the show, the part of the show where I make you all money and tell Dom how he's wrong about making his. This is the FanDuel Fast Cash section of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Dom, do you want to start it off, my friend?
Oh, of course. Hey, if y'all want to win some money, come fuck with me. Hey, I'm about to put y'all on y'all feet, man. I got Jared Goff going 225 yards and add David Montgomery for a touchdown. Bucket. He's gonna get that. Oh, what else do I got? Same leg. So you got two legs right there.
Okay.
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 All right, my man. So the next game I have Joe Burrow going for 200 yards. And I got him throwing for two passing touchdowns. Uh, Jamar Chase is going to be scoring one touchdown. I got him going for an anytime touchdown. And right there, that is my parlay, man.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Just to recap, we got David Montgomery, anytime touchdown scorer, first leg of the parlay, 4 leg parlay. Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown scorer. Joe Burrow, 2 passing touchdowns. Jared Goff, 225 plus passing yards. So I definitely like the Jared Goff yards. They're going up against Jacksonville. I just checked. Actually, the third worst passing defense in the NFL. They are allowing about 261 yards passing a game, it looks like. I don't mind that one at all. Here's what I find difficult about David Montgomery, right? And it's not. It actually has nothing to do with David Montgomery. This Lions team, man, time and time again, we have seen how they can beat you from any angle. They don't need any one person to carry the workload, right? The defense has come in and stepped in and scored, I think, a couple touchdowns in a game. I can be wrong about that. But in my opinion, you really never know where the production is going to come from when the Lions are playing. You just know it's going to come. You know what I mean?
That's that.
So I'm out on the David Montgomery. He'll probably score just because I said that. You know, it is what it is. Joe Burrow, 2 passing
They're
touchdowns.
playing the Chargers.
Okay, the Chargers. So a decent defense. I do think they're top 10 when it comes to uh, top 10 being the good best defense for passing. But you know, if Joe Burrow throws 2 passing touchdowns, you know one of them is going to be to Jamar Chase. It's just that
Exactly.
it's just that likely. I mean,
And then if they get Higgins back, I mean,
yeah,
that's
T
just
Higgins. If we're just talking about money lines, right, to keep it simple, I think I'm taking the Eagles. They are actually favored to win, -174. The spread is only 3 points though, so I don't like 3 point spreads. It happens way too often. I think it's like 37% of the time in the NFL. There's a 3 point difference, something like that. So I'm taking the money line on the Eagles for sure. I'm taking the money line on the Lions for sure. They're at -820. Packers and Bears, I'm staying away from. You know, what do you think about Packers and Bears? Packers favored by 6.5.
I'm definitely on the Packers, man. The Bears let me down so many damn times, man.
Yeah,
I do not believe in Caleb Williams.
not anymore.
Money line
No.
goes to the Packers.
I agree. I think the time has come and gone for the trust to be put there. Caleb Williams, he did get it done a couple weeks early part of the season, but as of late, past few weeks, I really, like you said, I just don't think the trust is there. Next up, we got Rams, Patriots. Rams favored -230. I think that's an easy one. We're both going Rams there. Drake May is unpredictable, right? So he has this kind of concept that Jacoby Brissett does not. Jacoby Brissett would never use his tight ends. He just was not a tight end passing quarterback, it seemed like. Um, and Drake May, all the time. I mean, he loves throwing to his tight ends. I think the one of the tight ends had 2 touchdowns earlier this week. I'm pretty sure. But you know, I think the Rams should win if the Patriots play at their normal speed. That's the thing, though, is what is normal for the Patriots now? You know, who really knows that production could be all over the place, it could be nowhere, and it could be, you know, through the roof. I don't think I add it to a parlay, but I do think the Rams should win. What do you think about that one? Yeah, Rams and Patriots. Yeah, in
Oh,
Foxborough.
Rams Patriots are playing. Ooh, shit. I'm definitely going. I'm gonna go with the Patriots. They've been actually been playing really good defense. They got one of the
Okay.
top defenses in the league.
Okay.
In the rookies, Mr. Gonzalez, Christian Gonzalez, the corner, been playing out his world, man. And I don't believe in Drake May, but I do believe in the defense, and I feel like they're going to get points on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. This will just be one where I can bet against Dom instead of take the money lines and
And
probably
he's
win
a
more money.
Patriots fan, y'all.
Don't expose me. No, no. I'm a
They
Patriots fan. If you
Austin in the
can't
back.
tell, there's Red Sox all around me. Yeah, Patriots fan. Obviously, they're not what they used to be. Not going to speak on that too much. We're just going to roll on through. Let's see. So next up, we got the Saints and the Browns. Interesting game. Saints are obviously the favorite in this one. It's minus 118. The spread's only 1.5. They're expecting this to be a close game. I don't have too much to speak on in this game. Really not that interesting of a game in my opinion. It's gonna be one for the bad teams duke it out with each other, kind of thing. You got Will Levis, or I'm sorry, not Will Levis. You got the Saints and the Browns. I was looking at the next game. I just really don't think there's gonna be much exciting here. They do think it's gonna be a high scoring game. The over is currently sitting at 44.5 points. Um, I mean, you got anything you want to add to that?
Uh, two bum ass teams playing. That's about it. I mean, but I really think the Cleveland Browns is gonna, beat the Saints, man. I don't have no hope in Derek
They need
Carr.
a win. I don't know how you guys lose to them. Anyways, next up on the card, Vikings at the Titans plus 235 are the Titans at home with Will Levis. I think the choice is obvious here. Vikings all the way. Spread's only at minus 6.5, which is one touchdown to win if you've been on the Titans. So, I'm sorry, Vikings. Um, yeah, I think that's an easy one. I don't really think you would say anything different. Colts and Jets. Um, I think this could possibly be a good one to really put some player parlays on, some player props. The Colts, they are what they are, just a bad team. So not that good of a team this year. In this Colts Jets game, with the Jets being the home team, they are, favored to win. Money line is minus 178. Spread right now is minus 3.5 for the Jets. I take the spread on the Jets on this one. I think that this game will present Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers with an environment where there is obviously an expectation to win, right? This team needs to win. I mean, if we look at this roster, this lineup, it's ridiculous that they're not winning more games. Obviously, they just got Devontae Adams, but even when you take a look at Garrett Wilson's stats last year, having a not a great quarterback, still putting up 1,000-yard seasons. You know what I mean? Garrett Wilson is the man that can get it done, and so is Devontae Adams. I mean, that is the all-time leading duo for the NFL. It's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. They just haven't quite clicked.
They're still gonna lose. I got I think Joe Flacco is about to get in there, tear their dumb asses up. Quote me. Quote
Man,
me on that. I got the Colts with the money line.
I,
Try to make some money. Come fuck with me.
that's plus 150. Plus 150. Colts on the money line in New York.
And
Ooh.
was that a threat?
Oh man. If they ever are gonna click, it's gotta start now. Moving on, we got another matchup of the week. Battle of the GOATs of the season, right? We got the one and only, and it's the Ravens and the Steelers. These shitty Ravens, man. They keep coming up. Keep coming up, man. I'll go ahead. The Ravens are playing on the road in Pittsburgh. Steelers are favorited, believe it or not, plus 144. Dom, how's that make you feel? Spreads 3.5.
Them spreads be lying. They a goddamn lie. If you listen to those spreads, man, it's not gonna happen. No
Not gonna
one
happen.
point, 6 points, +3, -3. Who gives a damn? Ravens by a touchdown.
Ravens by at
Going
least.
into Pittsburgh, about to put belt to ass. Belt to bare bottom.
Oh fuck! On a serious ass note, this
Oh,
is
hold on, hold on,
another.
hold on. He wants me to get serious. Baltimore is going to be winning by at least 7 points. Quote it.
Quoted. After that, I really don't want to say much, but I think the Steelers could beat you.
I knew you. I knew your hating ass was, but it's okay. It's okay, man. It's all right, man.
Listen, nonetheless, whatever the outcome is, I'm sure it'll be a great freaking game, man. Uh, Ravens rush defense, I believe, best in the league.
Well,
Pass
yeah,
defense is pretty iffy, and you get somebody like Russell Wilson who already throws the ball in a location where half the freaking corners can't even touch it.
you blitz his dumb ass. Come on now. We about to come in there and do some
Hey,
shit that we ain't never done.
you heard it, Baltimore. Redo says you got to blitz him, man. I guess we'll see what they do on Sunday. He's taking Ravens at -172. I'm taking the Steelers +144 on the money line. Raiders, Dolphins. This is an easy one. I think the Dolphins, it's at home. I think the Dolphins stomp all over them. We can move on. 49ers, Seahawks. 49ers -290 money line. Home game for them. I think it's pretty easy, pretty clear to say that they're going to win that one too. Broncos, Falcons, not Broncons, but Broncos and Falcons.
Man,
What do you think about that?
man. That's gonna be a hell of a game. I'm
Really?
gonna tell you that.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a really good game. I hate to say it, but actually, fuck that. I mean, I live in Denver. They're gonna hate me. I mean, they already hate me, so fuck them. I got the Falcons winning that game, man. It's gonna be too much Kirk Cousins, Drake London getting off, Brian Robinson, not
Bajan,
this.
I personally, I would like to see Bajan have himself a game. He didn't do too hot this last week. I don't when I say don't do too hot, I mean for a player of his caliber and what he can do out there. You know what I mean? He can put up 80, 90, 100 yards in a game. I think he had 40, 50, 60 last game. I like to see Bajan run and I like to see him run well. Um, Broncos, man, put up a hell of a fight against the Chiefs. I mean, that Broncos defense is nothing to mess around with. Um, what did the Chiefs have? 16 points. It's probably their lowest scoring game of the season.
16-14.
Yeah,
They blocked the field goal to win the game.
right. And they won. And the Chiefs won, which we're not even going to get into how the Chiefs somehow figure out how they always win. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on there. I feel like I'm a fan that was talking about my Tom Brady team when that was a thing. So I guess I finally know what that's like. But whatever it is, they always figure out a way to win. It doesn't matter. You know, he's the next. Right now he's the next in my eyes. But anyways, I do think it'll be a good game, but that Denver Broncos, man, that defense is nothing to take lightly. They can do what they did to the Chiefs. They can do it to anybody. Patrick Mahomes not playing well,
Yeah,
and they're still undefeated. Okay, so I
yeah,
don't
like
care if he's not playing well. They're still undefeated.
it's because it was their defense. They don't
Yeah.
have no offense. You do not fear nobody on the Broncos
No.
offense.
Next up, another banger, another good one. Chiefs at Buffalo Bills. What do you think?
Mm. Uh, man, I am gonna go with the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, hand in Kansas City, the first loss of the season.
They're
Tell me
gonna
why, Redo.
upset them, man. Can't wait to see it too.
Mm.
I can't wait to see that. Uh, I don't know how they're gonna get it done. It's kind of more like on Christmas on your Christmas list. oh, make sure the Chiefs is on there, to lose. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they should have lost last week and they didn't play good.
yeah,
Man,
I don't
I
disagree
don't
with
know
that.
how Buffalo's going to pull it off, but I think they are going to pull it off somehow. I just don't know how.
Surprisingly, I actually agree with you on this one. Um, it's I don't even. It's kind of like when you have those rivalries go up against each other, and I don't necessarily think that these two teams are big rivalries. As far as a history, I think I think this is more of a Josh Allen and a Patrick Mahomes thing. I don't know. I don't think they have any animosity towards each other, but I mean, Josh Allen is the one been in the league, relatively similar amount of time as Patrick Mahomes, right? Patrick Mahomes is the one that gets there and gets it done year after year. Josh Allen gets there and it really seems like he's capable of getting it done, but just quite hasn't yet. You know what I mean? So for me, I feel like for Josh Allen, this is one of those things where, it's Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers going up against Tom Brady, in their heydays, right? I think this is just one of those Josh Allen just wants to beat Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he cares what team he plays for. I don't think it's a Bills Chiefs thing. I just think I just think that Josh Allen's ready to say bye to Kansas City. And what a better time to do it when Patrick Mahomes is arguably playing the worst he ever has, at least in a long time. So I'm with you. I'm taking the Bills at minus 132, and they are favored to win this game, actually. They are favored. I was not
The
expecting
Bills,
that. Yeah, they're favored to win this game. It is a home game, but they are favored to win. The spread's only 1.5. So, I mean, not by much. It's probably
so
just the simple fact that they're at home,
like
you
I
know?
said before, I think the Bills are going to win, but I don't know how they're going to win. I
Yeah.
didn't. I don't. I'm not even picking nobody on the parlay on that
Mm-hmm.
because you never know.
Yeah, right.
The
You
Chiefs
never know.
defense are pretty good, so shit, they're going to be clamping up Amari Cooper's dumbass.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now, this next one's interesting. Bengals Chargers. Bengals at the Chargers. Kicker. Bengals are not favored. Justin Herbert and the Chargers are. I don't know
they're
if
not favored because the Bengals can't finish games. I
can't
mean,
win. That's right.
I'm a Ravens fan, and they definitely choked that game against the Ravens. And they was
Man,
up 2, 3 touchdowns. That's why they're not favored, but I think they are going to get it together and beat the Chargers.
I think so too. And I think we're kind of, I've brought this up multiple times tonight. I think we're just at a point in our season where you have to nut up or shut up, right? You've got to win, or you just simply need to start thinking about next year. Um, the Bengals, unfortunately, seems to be one of those teams every year. The big thing about Joe Burrow is he doesn't start playing well until halfway through the season, right? They always take. I think it's to. I can't remember who they play against, but they always take the early loss to their first week. It is always a big game or a big name game, and it seems like they always take their first losses in the beginning of the season. And Joe Burrow comes to life. I don't know what he does, but it seems like they're just kind of rinse and repeat. Their season's going that way again. I'd like to see him get some more traction, some more wins. I'd like to see Joe Burrow make an appearance. But yeah, I mean, they're plus 100 at the Chargers, and I agree. I take the money line on the Bengals. I think they win this game by at least 3 points. Last up, we've got the Monday night 8 o'clock game, second 8 o'clock game. Bengals is the first one. Texans Cowboys. Texans at the Cowboys. Texans are huge favorite, huge minus 375 against Dallas. I would like to imagine that's because Dak Prescott's not going to play. I don't think he's going to play till like what, week 13, 14 maybe. Um,
With them,
no, later than
without
that.
them, they're
Yeah.
going to lose by fucking 40.
You know what's crazy? And he not the highest paid quarterback in the league, or the second
No,
most, second
he's
highest?
one of them. He's one
He's
of them. Nah, he's not.
I think it's
Yeah,
Mahomes is signed at 60 million a year, and Dak signed at 55, which it is the second most, and I know he's one or two, but I definitely don't think he's one. He is number two. Dak Prescott signed at $55 million a year. Do you know who else signed at $55 million a year? This will blow your mind. Ready for this? Trevor Lawrence.
yeah.
Trevor Lawrence for the Jacksonville Jaguars is signed at $55 million a year.
which is fucking crazy.
Does that not blow your mind? I mean, he and listen, I don't this has recently come up, so maybe that's why I talk a little more about it than I probably should. But is he not he's a first round pick, right? First round,
Yeah,
first pick.
you
I
was
think
fucking
he's
right. Might have to do that, but you're right.
what?
Dak Prescott is number one.
Yeah.
He makes 60 million fucking
60.
dollars. Man, he Jerry Joe.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, so he's not tied. Who's second? Who's second? Because
Oh well, they're tied. Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, just listen to those names. And you've got Trevor Lawrence is in there. I mean, Jordan Love, not proven. I'd say good quarterback. I think he still needs to prove himself another season or two, but you're talking about the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL, arguably the second and third most valuable players in the league based
I'm
on,
just
their positions. Anyways, everybody, that's the show. That's all the time we got today. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, out.